hope you're all doing great and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is about art, and the things I'm going to discuss in this video may not be applicable to many of you, but if you face fears when you start a new project or when you start a painting, then please do watch this video because I would like to share my experiences in this video on fears. Thank you. I believe we all have some degree of fear when beginning a project. All of the paintings that I have been doing since a few years, I also faced those fears. I mean, for each painting I had the fear, and probably I think I have done almost like 10 paintings now. For all the 10 paintings I had the fear and I experienced the fear, but to achieve the end result we need to combat the fears. It's very normal to have the fears, especially when we are entering into unknown, and even though we know the protocol and we know how to paint, still we face those fears. This is called fear to try something new. It's very easy for us to fall back into the old habits rather than trying to push ourselves out of our comfort zone and try to achieve that. So instead of doing that, we kind of go back and then we will never come back to paintings. And one day we get the motivation again and then we start the work. But we have to combat that. You know, the best way that worked for me is compartmentalizing the fears and your goals. Like when you have the clear understanding of what is your fear and what is your goal, then, you know, if you compartmentalize and the fears are pushed away, then you concentrate on your goals. Then your goal will be greater than your fear. That's when you start to achieve the project. And once you're in the process, I think it should be you will be able to achieve that. But the starting trouble comes from the fear of trying something new. And I also make a plan, like what do I want for a painting. Say I'm working on a smaller canvas, then I need measurements and, you know, what picture I am taking, how to do composition, like, you know, lighting and adjusting. These things play around. And also once you have everything in place and everything is ready, everything is organized, then it's easier for you to work on the next step. In the painting process also, there are multiple steps to get the end result, like, you know, the time when you feel happy and you put your signature on. So from the stage when you start to the end product, then there are lots of stages in that painting too. So once you have proper plan and protocol and you know what you're trying to do, then that way your goal will be bigger. Then automatically fear will fade away. So it's a very natural process, and it worked for me. That's why I'm sharing it with you. So once we get to that fear, then the next step would be fear of making mistakes. So in the compartmentalizing fears and goals, this comes as well, fear of making mistakes. Usually, why do we fear for that? Because painting is an expensive business and we have to buy stuff from canvas to good quality paints to investing our time. So obviously we don't want to make any mistakes or any, you know, blunders or any imperfections in the painting. That's when we think, okay, what if I invest so much of my money and my time and doesn't come like what I have expected. Once this starts to peep in, then you will kind of go back, take a step back. But I would say if you have the intention to do the painting and you're more inclined towards it, when you're getting joy watching someone doing it, then the chances of, because you're enjoying the process of, you know, someone doing it, and if you try to do it, definitely you will enjoy the process as well. So instead of thinking like, you know, what if I make a mistake, it's just a canvas. If we do something that we don't like on the canvas, then we can always paint over it. So acrylics, watercolors, oils are little bit different, but yeah, you can always paint over it. So always try to think that way. And also because every painting is unique, there is no ugly painting, and there is no it's just your perspective that you are putting the ideas, creativity on the canvas, and you're bringing your inner self onto the canvas. So it's a beautiful experience. If you think of something in the beginning and the end product is different, then it's a wrong choice. That's all. Like, you know, you can preserve it thinking that this is my first wrong choice. or you can paint over it. And I believe there are no mistakes. It's just our chances of choosing and learning from the experiences. So when you think like that, then the fear of trying to make mistakes will fade down as well. And from this fear, next comes fear of what others will think about your work, comes from peer pressure or comparing ourselves to other artists. I would say, instead of thinking about other people, just think what you want to do. What do you want to achieve? Thinking, what do I do after painting? Because I'm not a big artist, it won't go on to the exhibitions, or people won't purchase my canvas. Don't think any of those things. I would say do it for your own pleasure rather than for others. If you focus on the joy that you bring to your painting by enjoying the process, then you would put your 100% towards it. That comes out in your painting, and you will be satisfied with your work. After all, this experience should be therapeutic and not painful, isn't it? So, hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching.